Hi, where are you from?
In suburban Chicago.
What's your name?
Ever impressive.
But never duplicate.
Hey, what's going on? Hope you guys are doing good. I am doing just great. So, as you can see, I'm still working on the SGR by Schecter, and this is the C1. And the photos that you just saw previous of this video right now, you can see the different stages this body went through in order to get to where it is now. So the last photo is with the candy, plus a few coats of clear to seal the candy in and to seal the flames in. So I can give this thing a nice level sanding and not go through any of the candy into the silver. So, well, although I kind of did it right there, but this is getting more candy put on top. I want to put 3 or 4 more coats of candy on this. Light coats, not heavy coats. You don't want to build this thing up so thick that it's going to, finish is going to start cracking or anything. So that's not going to happen. So right now it is pretty much ready for the next sprays of candy. Now I'm doing the candy, the whole body, not just the top, okay? Not just the silver is getting it, the whole body is getting it, including the pickups. Now, the nice thing about this is I'll show you on the pickup. So you can kind of see it's got a little bit of a tint of red to it a little bit, but in certain light, it's going to have a lot of red tint to it, all right? Not only the striping gets darker, but so does the background as far as the candy coloring goes. Pickups I still have to sand down because they're going to be mounted back on here and they're going to get sprayed just like the rest of the body did. The way I did this is the pickups were installed, so everything got shot the same way with the same amount of paint, and nothing's going to have a different tone or shade than the other one is going to have. This thing here, like I said, a few more coats of the candy. The candy is on the back, the sides, everything. In the sunlight, wow, this thing really pop. Moving it around, it kind of camouflages the candy striping, the flaming on here. It flip-flops a little bit. It's the way that I was looking for as far as this going out, but I wanted the flames to be more ghosted, which means less solid lines and more fading. And I didn't get that effect because I'm using rattle cans, urethanes, to do this with instead of an airbrush. So I figured out another way, playing around with the rattle cans. I figured out a different way of doing this and getting the effect that I was looking for, which I should have got the first time. But you got to practice and play around and mess around with shit in order for it to kind of like work the way you want it to work. Meanwhile, you're wasting paint doing this. That's why I need more candy apple red to finish this job as I ordered it. So this is going to be put off to the side for a little bit until that order comes in. Then I can finally get this thing completed, which is just not far from being buffed, okay? So I just have a few more coats of candy to put on this whole body, hit it with 3 or 4 coats of, or maybe 5 coats, not sure yet, of the clear. Let that dry, sand, and buff the piss out of it. And the more you have a polish to a candy color, the more that candy color pops out. So that's what this is going to get. On the flip side of things, I have 3 more guitars. That's including the Jackson I'm still working on. I've got the new neck for it, which is an actual Jackson neck, which I'm not going to do anything as far as the headstock goes. I'm going to leave it, let's say Jackson on there, and just leave it stock. But I'd have to do some fretwork on it. For whoever did the fretwork on that neck ended up getting glue kind of all over the fretboard, and now I have to pluck those frets, because if I use a little bit of acetone on top of that, it doesn't take out, it doesn't remove the glue marks, but it will soften up the inlays. and the binding that's around the edges if you use too much acetone, or not acetone, but acetone. So I got to be careful with that. So I figured I'll pluck the frets, sand it, make sure that I sand it with the right sanding block for the radius, and then reinstall frets my way. This way I know that they're good, they're installed right, and they're not going to have any problems later on. I don't know who installed the frets on this thing. They used a lot of glue, which doesn't look very promising to me as far as how they did it. So I still have that body to work on and that neck to work on. I'm waiting for fret wire for that. I've got the 7-string over here, the ESP 7-string, that is going to get the same look as this, but in reverse. So instead of, let's say, when you're using a candy color, okay, it's almost like no matter what candy color you use, silver seems to be the best base coat to make that candy pop. Also gold. Gold works really good with candy apple red as a base coat. So what I want to do is on that one, the whole body is going to get shot with the metallic silver. Then I'm going to end up masking it off for the design that I want to do. And I'm going to use the diamond black diamond, and mist on an angle the areas that I want to have fogged in. When I peel that off, I should have the ghosting effect that I'm looking for. Now, this didn't come out as a ghosting, exception over here where it's kind of lighter, where I misted in the silver a little bit. This next one is not going to have solid lines like this. Okay, it's going to be totally different, and it'll fade into the silver like it should have. With like this one here, it didn't quite work this way that I wanted it to, but it came out pretty good as is. So that one's going to get different, and I think I'm going to go with an Inferno Orange candy, or possibly a blue. I'm going to go with a different color than red. Let's put it that way. And then I have the 6-string ESP that's going to get a cloth finish on it. And then I'm going to be doing another cloth finish and use the spent bullet shells that I still have from when I did the Dead Man Telecaster, which was, wow, it's been a couple of years now, a few years now since I did that one. And that's going to be another project. Now, I'm going to get all these projects done first and put them all up on eBay. I don't want to put, like I've been putting like one guitar, after I finish a guitar, I'll put it up on eBay. No, I want to put all of them up on eBay at one time and start building something here. Because this has been working out pretty good. The guy who I did the Charvel for, it was really impressed and really happy with what he's got. That got sent back to him. He got it on Tuesday, I believe it was, and he's having it put it back together now. He's going to send me pictures of that. I got the email. He's really happy with the way that thing came out and the way it looks. He wants me to do another one, and this one is going to also incorporate something that he's interested in as well. So this is going to work out pretty good, and it has been. It's been actually working out really nice. Now I got the garage, so I don't have to sit there and play around outside with this and have like a bug here and a bug there, everywhere a bug in the finish. Being in the garage, it's a little bit more controlled. I got heat, I got exhaust, and yeah, it's going to work out fine. So this is my story. I'm sticking to it. These are projects that have been going on. A little bit update on what's going on with this guy here, and soon it'll be complete. All right, you guys take it easy. Have a good one, and I will catch up with y'all later.